can when I want it, though.
I'm going to eliminate
So you can actually
3 of John's fears about buying a used car. Okay? When would you want to have this conversation? And make no mistake, this is going to be a conversation. I'm not going to make a presentation to John. It's going to be a conversation. When would you want to have this conversation with a customer, yes, sir?
In the beginning.
In the beginning. Someone give yes, sir, a bonus, because that is exactly right. You don't want to wait to have this conversation, because if you do it correctly, it sets you up for the easiest second close in the history of the car business. No, I take that back. It's the next thing I'm going to teach that does that. This helps, though. So, we've already gone through meet and greet. We've been together for, and there's no specific time I can tell you to do this. I mean, you got to use use common sense. But we've been together for a few minutes. He's landed on a Motor Trend certified vehicle. Okay, we don't want to do this if he's not landed on a Motor Trend certified vehicle. So when he's landed on a Motor Trend certified vehicle, I am going to say something along these lines. John, you picked out one of our Motor Trend certified vehicles, and I'm going to tell you something. This is special, and all the specialness is good for you. You know, we don't know each other that well, but I can tell you, I've helped a lot of people buy cars, and one of the biggest fears a lot of people have is paying a car dealer too much. Is that something that you're concerned about?
Absolutely.
Well, it makes you a perfectly normal human being. What I'm going to say next may sound like the biggest lie a car salesman's ever told you, but if you'll let me explain, I think you'll see that it's the absolute truth. Look, ownership is known for a long time that people never were quite sure when they got their best deal. And we've had thousands of people leave us, and go somewhere else because they just weren't sure. So they came up with a way to help a guy like you be absolutely positively sure that you're going to get the best deal possible because, and by the way, we put this in writing, it is literally impossible for you to pay too much for one of our Motor Trend certified vehicles. Now that sounds a little crazy, doesn't it?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, let me explain. And if you weren't skeptical, I think something was wrong with you. Look, our vehicles are priced right. Okay, if we hadn't had a good price, would you be here?
No.
We weren't the only website you checked out. We know that. But how can you be sure it's the best deal? Well, we're a one-price store, number one, but a lot of people don't even pay attention to that. But you should pay attention to this. We put in writing that if you find a similar vehicle, you're never going to find exactly the same vehicle, but if you find a similar vehicle advertised anywhere else, it could be on Craigslist, it could be another new car franchise, it could be an independent used car website, it could be in Idaho, it could be in Finland, it could be in Malaysia. It doesn't matter. If you find within 5 days of you taking delivery today, similar vehicle, advertised for a lower price, and it's got the same benefits we offer, just show us the ad. We'll cut you a check back for the difference on the spot. Now, has any dealer ever told you that and put it in writing?
No.
Well, John, you don't have to worry about paying too much for our Motor Trend certified vehicle. It is impossible. Now, a lot of people worry about buying the wrong vehicle because if you buy the wrong vehicle, you're sort of stuck with it, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
If you buy the wrong sweater at Macy's, you can exchange it. Buy a tool at Home Depot, you can exchange it. But you buy a car from a car dealership, you're stuck. Now, they'll let you trade it back in, but that is a financial tragedy for the consumer. Mm-hmm. Not so at Portsmouth Ford. You buy a vehicle from us, you take delivery, we give you 3 days to test drive it, if you will. Within that 3-day period of time, we ask you not to put more than 300 additional miles on the odometer, but if you decide, for whatever reason, color, equipment, options, the way the seat feels, your dog won't stop barking at it. Doesn't matter. If you decide you want to exchange it, just give us a call, bring it on back, and we will happily exchange it for another one.
Really?
We put this in writing as well, John.
Holy smokes.
Last fear, and you may not have this, but a lot of people, when they're shopping for a used car, worry about buying somebody else's problem or buying a bad vehicle. Well, because we're a Motor Trend certified store, we've literally made that impossible too, and we guarantee it. First of all, to become a Motor Trend certified vehicle, it not only has to pass our inspection, it has to pass Motor Trend's strenuous inspection. If something is amiss, we got to fix or replace. And if we decide not to, we can't Motor Trend certify it. In fact, we send it to the auction. It ends up on other people's lots. You may have seen some of those vehicles somewhere else already, as a matter of fact. Then we guarantee it. we put a real warranty on the vehicle. 6 months, 7,500 miles, and this is not a powertrain. This is not a powertrain for a month or 2 months or 3 months. It is a comprehensive warranty covering most of the mechanical workings of that vehicle, and it's good for 6 months or 7,500 miles. And if you plan on keeping your vehicle longer than 6 months, I strongly suggest you look into extending that, because you can. So when you take delivery, if something goes wrong with that vehicle, somebody else is going to pick up the cost of the repair, subject to a small $100 deductible. So John, when you pick out one of our Motor Trend certified vehicles, you can't pay too much, you can't buy the wrong vehicle, and you certainly can't buy a bad vehicle. So let's go check out the vehicle you came in to see, make sure it's the right one, okay?
Okay.